I'd like to talk about troubleshooting errors between ACT and Outlook. It depends greatly on what version of ACT and what version of Outlook you are running. So I'm not saying this will work for everyone, and I'm not saying your screen will look like this, but here are a few things that you can check out. So I'm using ACT version 22. And I believe my Outlook is probably 2016. If you're not sure, you can go up to File, and then I believe it's Office account. And here we go. It's telling me that it's Microsoft Office 365. But if I click on the About Outlook here, it gives me a little bit more information. Microsoft Outlook for Office 365, but it's 16.0. blah, blah, blah. Another pertinent piece of information is that it is in 64-bit, which is compatible with some versions of ACT, but not older versions. All right. So one thing that I do need you to check is to go into ACT. Make sure that you have your ACT address book configured to integrate with Outlook. So we're going to go to the Tools menu. And then we're going to go to Preferences. Then we have all these tabs across the top. Click on Email and Outlook Sync. Hopefully you're going to be seeing your main ACT database name here. But if you want to just double check it, you can click on Email System Setup. And we're going to go into a wizard. Click on Next. Click on Next again. Make sure that Outlook is checked here. And then if you're not seeing an address book listed here, or if you're seeing the wrong one, you can actually remove the wrong one, and we can add a new one. By default, it's going to know, it's going to enter the name of the database that you're currently in. So as long as you're in the database that you want to be working with, things are good. Okay, so now I can just click on Next until my finish is no longer grayed out, and I'll hit Finish, and now I'll hit OK. Sometimes it's still not going to be doing what you expect it to do. One way to double check as to whether the add-in is active is in your main home screen in Outlook. Notice whether you have an Addins tab or not up here at the top. And when I click on the Addins tab, which icons do I have? If you've only got a couple icons there, it's not working properly. So one thing we can do is go into File, and we can check out our slow and disabled add-ins. And actually, ACT is listed here, coincidentally. You may be given the option to not monitor this add-in. There are always a few options, but right here I've told it, don't monitor this add-in for 30 days. I click on Apply, I click on Close. You can also check over here in the Options, and then Add-ins. So here under my active application add-ins, I can see that my ACT Office Outlook add-in is on this list. Sometimes you might see it under inactive or disabled. So if it's inactive, I can go over here to the COM add-ins and click on Go and make sure that this box is checked. Or if it's disabled, I'm going to go back into my File, Options, Add-ins. We can also take a look at our disabled items. And there aren't any in this case, but you'd know if it was on the list, that you're going to have to highlight it and click Enable. So those are a few of the things that you can check. I also tell people, make sure you reboot every day. And if you ever do run into problems, give it a try. We're going to want you to close ACT, close Outlook, close everything, and then go to your Windows menu, click on the power button, and click on Restart. And then give it a try. See if anything works better. And if you're still having problems, then you may have to pay someone to help you fix it.